Y'all gotta understand something. Diddy and Cassie was high off of crack, coke, and a whole bunch of other drugs. So many drugs, I can't even name them all. Drugs I ain't never even heard of. The information I received is allegedly they did something very, very bad. Something bad enough to make Diddy beat Cassie down in the hallway after she told him what she allegedly did. Now, I ain't gonna make a whole bunch of allegations. I'm just gonna hit y'all with the information that I received. So, without further ado, we're about to get into it because all of this talk about freak offs and all this nonsense about Dawn talking about Diddy hit Cassie with a pan of scrambled eggs and all of this BS he's sitting in court for is not enough to put a man away for life. It seemed like his life took a turn in 2018 when Kim Porter mysteriously died. People trying to connect Diddy to the killing. He was madly in love with Cassie, and they just so happened to break up in 2018. Let's walk through it, man. Now, don't hold me to this, y'all. Y'all gonna see it for yourselves. In January 2018, Diddy said he wanted to have more children with Cassie. And if y'all know anything about the trial, Cassie said that she was jealous of Diddy when he was spending time with Kim Porter. She was jealous when the holidays came around and he had to go be with his family. So this fool don't convince this chick that he wanted to have babies with her. Y'all heard the stories about Cassie making Kim Porter eat the tampon and how Cassie was always picking at Kim Porter, hated Kim Porter's guts. And he told her that he wanted to replace Kim Porter with Cassie. And she cracked out, smoked out, loked out, do anything for Diddy. Diddy appeared on Power 105's Breakfast Club and said that he wanted to have more children. He said, I would love children. I'm trying to get 10. I could go for 8 without a problem. Whatever is supposed to happen in the future is going to happen. But that's something that I want. I would only have it with my girl, of course. So Cassie was feeling like she was coming for that number one spot in his life. And within the same year, October 2018, Diddy and Cassie called it quits. It's crazy because Kim Porter lost her life in 2018 when things went haywire. Things didn't work out. Somebody had to go. Cassie, spiteful enough to testify against Diddy while pregnant, while married, and while she got $30 million in her bank account. So why give her the money? What did Cassie really know that made him want to keep her quiet? What was the lawsuit really all about? Y'all remember that book came out and they were saying, oh, Cassie got Kim Porter's iPhone or whatever. Kim Porter gave Cassie a phone and she got all this information in there. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that possibly, allegedly, Cassie took out Kim Porter out of jealousy, out of rage, and Diddy beat that ass when he found out what Cassie done did. Because he told that girl that he wanted to have more kids with her. He told her that he wanted her to be his chick. He wished that Cassie was his baby mother and not Kim Porter. Now, I know this is heavy for a lot of y'all. And a lot of y'all looking at the screen like, what the hell he talking about? But after this, y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
Where Sean Diddy Combs' former girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, is facing cross-examination today in his sex trafficking trial. This is happening in federal court, so no cameras are allowed. But joining me now is our own Court TV legal correspondent, Kelly Craft, who has been there in New York covering this trial. Please tell us, what is the latest happening there today?
Good afternoon to you, Judge Ashley. Something interesting that has been taking place inside the courthouse here is defense counsel started to read a lot of the communications that were taking place between Combs and Cassie Ventura, because when Cassie was being asked to read these exchanges, they were feeling that it was taking a little long. And the judge has made it very clear that defense counsel needs to keep on going because he is hopeful that this witness can be off the stand at the latest on Friday. We'll have to see if that's going to happen. But another thing that was really interesting in one of the exchanges between the two of them, and I'm talking about defense counsel as well as Cassie Ventura, the government star witness who has been on the stand, is Cassie was asked to take a look at some of the communications that were taking place between her and Sean Combs. And at one point, Cassie kind of stopped and she said to the judge, is it even important what I feel is relevant at this time? Because the defense counsel was asking her certain questions and Cassie obviously was feeling like they weren't giving complete context as to exactly what was taking place during these text message communications. But then defense counsel went to try to explain to her why she felt they were relevant. And this is when she rapid fire.
Working together in cahoots to cover up the real crime. Them freaking off is not a crime. Them having a sexcapade is not a crime. They are Bonnie and Clyde. But people trying to figure out where's the damn crime. It's a possibility that Kim Porter's death is the crime. How far did they take it? What did they do? They were in a mad love, sex crazed relationship. And this fool talking about he wanted to have more babies with Cass. How do everything fall apart in 1 year? How do everything, it go from them living large to them splitting up, them having all hell break loose. The hotel incident happened in 2016 when she was talking that crazy shit about getting rid of Kim Porter. And she been talking like that for years, y'all. I mean, Jaguar Wright ain't the most credible person, but she heard like how everybody else heard and let it be known on YouTube what it is that she heard. Y'all got to see this. Because this news is sickening. Hold on, let me pull this up for y'all so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about here. Look at this, man. This Diddy thing is not a surprise, but it makes me remember the horrible way he treated my friend. Now, this is Kim Porter's friend, and how I've always silently held him responsible for her young death. R.I.P. Kim Porter. As you can see, she put a picture not only with Diddy, but Cassie in the picture as well. Can y'all see that? Okay, let's move on. Diddy was a motherfucker. Y'all would not even begin to believe the way he treated Kim Porter. And ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own home. Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face and laughed at Diddy beating Kim. She said it was awful. So they basically was jumping Kim Porter. They was basically traumatizing this old woman in her own house. Cassie was going right along with it. When Diddy was putting hands on Kim Porter, Cassie was getting some kicks in there too. And she felt like she could get away with anything when it came to Kim Porter. Diddy was talking for years. He would get high off that shit allegedly. Be talking about, I hate that man. I wish he was never alive. I'm going to kill that man. I hate Kim Porter. And Cassie right there, I hate her too. I want her to go. I'm so tired of her. It should be me. I should be the mother of your children. That conversation went on for too long. And eventually, when Diddy heard the news, and he looked at Cassie, and Cassie was sitting there with that little grin on her face, and he got to whoop her ass, and dragged her ass and shot a vase at her. He was so disgusted and upset with Cassie. He ain't never freak out like that ever in his life. And that was around the same time that Kim Porter passed. She said, I feel bad for Cassie getting beat up like that, but I still remember when Cassie allowed herself to be used racially against Kim Porter as Diddy humiliated, beat, and repeat Kim for years. Y'all have always hated me for talking real about these men, but they deserve it. What y'all saw in that video of Diddy beating Cassie was nothing. She said that was light work. Hennessy ain't never taste so good. She said that was light work. We'll never forget the time he tried to make Kim Porter lick Cassie's tampon, always using Kim's race as a put down because she was black. You guys don't know the half of what that woman went through or what women go through with famous and powerful men. Be they rappers, be they Bin Laden, be they actors. Y'all have no idea. And you always demonize the woman. Always. So this woman was going on and on about how Diddy and Cassie abused Kim Porter, not for weeks or not an isolated situation, but for years. They was hazing Kim Porter. She'll go in the damn living room with a bowl of ice cream, sit down, put her feet up. Cassie and Diddy pop up from behind the chair, laughing, playing games, poking her, and doing all different types of silly, chasing her around the house, playing peekaboo. She trying to get some sleep. Cassie under the bed making funny sounds. Next thing you know, Diddy pop out the closet. She ain't have no peace. She ain't have no rest. Some Puerto Rican person, y'all could see by the flags, said you didn't need to say Cassie brought this upon herself to get this point across, by the way. She just got done saying that Diddy used Cassie's race against Kim Porter. She said, I didn't say Cassie brought it upon herself. You did. I'm on Cassie's side. But of course, I had to tell the entire story. She started out thinking she was special and would not be treated the way that she watched him treat Kim Porter because she was Hispanic. How do you know all of this if you met her once? Me and Kim talked on the phone several times. I met her once at an event and we had dinner. So this lady had a whole dinner with Kim Porter, and people could tell you their whole life story over a dinner. So this is just a little piece of information that I wanted to share with y'all so y'all can get an idea of what I'm talking about here, because she did not need to lose her life the way she lost her life. But all of this talk about the freak offs, they had us thinking that a freak off was a rave or some sex induced party with celebrities having sex with each other. People was waiting for them tapes to come out. Come to find out, it's not as sinister as people think it is. So hypothetically speaking, if Cassie killed Kim Porter, hypothetically, allegedly, and Diddy gave her the word to do it while he was drunk, high, and out of his mind, and she went along and did it, and he found out about it, and he beat her ass, and texted, and Cassie got the text. She got all this information. She got all this stuff with Diddy talking about he'll pay X amount of money, got all this information on Diddy. Do you think he would want to go down for that? Do you think he would want to go to jail for life for that? Or some freak offs, some sex parties, some sex enterprising? What you think he gonna choose? And for people to go along with it, to go to court, tell their stories, even though it don't make no sense, when they got a whole murder that still has been unsolved, that they not talking about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shut up about it. Y'all listen at this.
Series of questions to Cassie Ventura saying you testified that you were insanely jealous. Yes. You reacted when you saw pictures of him on social media with other girls. Yes. You were upset because you thought that he was in and you were in a monogamous relationship. Yes. So that was such an interesting dynamic to watch between defense counsel as well as Cassie Ventura while on the stand. We do want to put up some full screens now for you of what we've been saying, what testimony has been like inside that courtroom. She felt, Cassie did, that some jealousy, as I was mentioning. This is over Combs' former partner, Kim Porter. She confirmed that it would upset her when Combs would spend holidays with his family and Porter. Combs and Porter had 3 children together. We can also tell you about some other testimony that took place. Defense challenged Ventura's claim that Combs forced her into sex acts and didn't apologize. From a 2009 text when Ventura said she wasn't feeling well after.
Now, during this cross-examination, they had to put everything on the table just to get it on record, just to put the shit that don't make sense, the shit that makes sense, whatever. They just had to throw it out there, just put it out there and put it on document. So now that they're trying him for this stuff, once it's in court and once these cases are sealed and once these documents are done, then it is what it is. There's no need for him to be questioned about the murders of Tupac, Biggie, Kim Porter, or none of that type of stuff. Because eventually he was going to have to own up to that. It's murder is the real reason why they talking about giving him life in jail. But they found a way to overshadow all of that with this nonsense here. The truth of the matter is, Cassie got paid off. Y'all got to think about this. Why in the hell did he pay her? To keep quiet? That's not why she got paid. She didn't get paid to keep quiet. She got paid to put the narrative out there, to create the smoke screen of this diabolical freak off madness, to cover up the fact that they are accomplices, that they, Diddy and Cassie, had something to do, allegedly, y'all, with Kim Porter's passing. And after that went down, that's when they went their separate ways, and Cassie had to lay low. She went into hiding after that situation. You figure if she wanted some money from Puff after they first broke up, she would have broke that bread right then and there. How you gonna wait 5 years and then come back and say you want to get paid when shit started heating up for Diddy and that murder looming over his head? Let me show y'all something real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all a few different things. That way y'all can get an understanding of what's happening here. Look at this. All of the big wigs showed up. You had Andre Harrell there at the time. Russell Simmons was there. A lot of big names showed up. It looked like Hillary Clinton was at the damn funeral. And there go the man himself at Kim Porter's funeral. You got to think his kids got questions about their moms. And I hate to be speaking on their moms because she no longer here or whatever, but people got questions for this man. What happened? But now there's a bigger elephant in the room that's not even that big compared to this elephant right here. And I'm pretty sure he would rather have it like this than to have it like that, to be on trial for the murder of his own baby mama. Look at this.
I don't know her personally, but from this right here, says that she was a wonderful person. Yeah.
Those people were screaming, "Thank you, Diddy. Thank you, Diddy, for what? Her funeral? Thank you, Diddy, that Kim Porter is no longer here. Thank you, Diddy, for what? What did he do that deserves a thanks at Kim Porter's funeral?" Now, we're going to take it a little step further. Now that y'all listening, and now that y'all see what's going on here, and now that y'all starting to connect them dots, and it ain't about no stupid ass freak off. It ain't about no Dawn Richardson, some chick from Making a Band, a reality MTV show, talking about what she saw Diddy do to Cassie. Since y'all see that it's a bigger picture at play here, and this man would rather look guilty for a freak off in front of his kids instead of them thinking about the death of their mother. He would rather have this conversation than that conversation any day. Now, y'all need to look at this.
Spotted at the home where his
Look.
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died. Her good friend Kimora Lee Simmons appearing inconsolable at the house. 47-year-old Porter's body found after a desperate call to 911.
EMS 14, respond with engine 76 on scene of the cardiac arrest.
Tonight, Kim's untimely death raising questions and sending shockwaves through Hollywood. She was the fashion model, actress, and world-famous mother to Diddy's kids.
Extra, extra.
With the hip-hop superstar and their children as he received his star on the Walk of Fame.
We're going to make sure we have this moment right here.
She was last seen looking happy and healthy with her ex and their children at this event just 16 days before her death. TMZ reporting she had been suffering from flu-like symptoms and possibly pneumonia, but an official cause has yet to be released. People reporting she and her longtime love, Sean Combs, remained close friends and co-parents. A source saying they were still a family. Kim posting this photo just weeks ago.
Let me share some with y'all. And this is going to be type crazy. Y'all need to see this. Hold on. They was going on and on about Kim Porter allegedly having some secret tapes of Diddy, some information on Diddy, some videos on Diddy. And guess who allegedly was in them tapes that didn't want them tapes to be released, who didn't want that information to come out, who really would have got exposed if Kim Porter would expose Diddy, who was the main chick he was with for 11 years. You figure they doing all that foolishness, allegedly taunting Kim, disrespecting her, beating her, and she got her hands on some information that can incriminate Diddy and Cassie. What they gonna do? Which way they gonna do it? And you know what's funny about the trial? Cassie willingly gave a bunch of information that incriminated herself just to get it off the table. She more of a sex trafficker than Diddy ever would be, according to her testimony. But she would rather that than the real truth to come out. Said new witness in Diddy case claims rapper was seen on sex tapes with eight A-listers, including minors. Now, where them tapes at? Who had them? Where that's at? Why they not talking about that in the trial? And they not going to get around to that. It's all a cover-up, man, because somebody has some real information, some real incriminating things. But she's no longer here. All they left with is Cassie. Kim Porter set it off. She was talking about she'd been talking about this for a long time, how she was going to expose them. The Kim Porter memoir is only the tip of the Diddy conspiracy iceberg. So her shit, that's only the starting point of it. It's way more to it than what they putting out there. But Cassie is doing a hell of a job. They pay her well to go along with this narrative, because the shit they kicking in that court, he ain't going to jail for that. He ain't going to jail, period. A book supposedly by the embattled music mogul's late partner has been dismissed by those close to Porter as a fake. That didn't stop it from topping the Amazon charts. Now, the real book is the book that Cassie said that she wrote. But they're saying that the book that Cassie claimed that she wrote was the book that she stole from Kim Porter. And her and Diddy took that book, fabricated that book, and got rid of all of that shit. Because you figure they wanted her out the way. Now, we got to do something real quick, because I'm going to give y'all a timeline so y'all can understand how sick and twisted this is. Diddy posted a photo of a diamond ring. He was talking about marrying Cassie at one point. They left that out. They was talking about getting married. They want the world to believe that they was just a freak off couple. They would get together and have sex. They not going into the real details of their relationship and how Kim Porter played a part in that, and how Cassie mentioned in her testimony that she never got along with Diddy's kids. She never formed a relationship with them because they ain't like the way that Diddy and Cassie was treating their mother. He bought her a diamond ring. They appeared as a couple for I don't know how long. And the twisted part about it is Diddy wanted Kimora Lee over Kim Porter, but Kimora was with Russell Simmons, so he went for the next best thing, her best friend. And when he got with Cassie, the reason why he wanted her is because she reminded him a lot of Kimora Lee. And Kim Porter knew that and was disgusted by that. But Diddy didn't care. He liked the fact that Kim Porter was disgusted by the fact that he was dealing with Cassie, because he really ain't have no love for Kim like that, like how he claiming him nor Cassie did. Like I said, I got to drink this because this is tough for me, man. Y'all got to hit that like too. They was on crack and every drug you could think of. They was on some shit called GPS. I don't know where they was trying to go, but I'm pretty sure it took them to the clouds. They was on some drug called PhD, GHD. They act like they had their masters. And on top of that, they was talking about having crack babies, gremlins, a bunch of Kodak blacks running around. And everything came to a screeching halt when Cassie got too big for her britches and decided she had enough of Kim Porter. They never got around to why he went off on her in the hallway like that. They never got around to why Diddy freaked out and put them paws on Cassie so bad and dragged her all over the hotel. But now it's starting to make perfect sense. And if y'all not understanding where I'm going with this, y'all need to keep on listening because I'm about to break it down right now.
Freak off. Combs wrote, "Damn, you're sick. I'm sorry. If you're not into it, no worries. no stress. So that's a bit of some of the testimony that was taking place inside the courtroom. Also, Kid Cudi, talking about Kid Cudi as well as Michael B. Jordan. Right when we got out of the courtroom just a short time ago, they were bringing up her new relationship with Michael B. Jordan, which took place when Cassie was saying that she felt that their relationship, her and Sean, had been on a break, and she began to date the actor by the name of Michael B. Jordan. Also talking about Kid Cudi. And how did Sean Combs find out about that relationship? Well, she had a burner phone, and during one of the freak-offs, he was taking a look, though, not at her burner phone, another phone, and that's when Sean Combs discovered that she had a relationship with Kid Cudi. And she said,
This thing has been well orchestrated between Diddy and Cassie, all the way down to her getting pregnant, all the way to her getting married, all the way to the damn court. They been working together to clear this thing out for years, just to bring it to this right here. Because what's in the dark will come to the light. Cassie going on and on about how she didn't want nobody to know about the freak offs, and talking about it was just her and Diddy in the room with a male escort. It wasn't nothing too crazy. All of the other information that they've been telling us over the years about the wild and crazy sick shit, the underground tunnels, the sex slaves and how he trafficking, none of that is being mentioned in the court. None of that information is being brought up. That's because Diddy paid to get all of that shut down. That's why Cassie is not talking about it, because that $20 million that he gave her was money to keep them from speaking about that type of stuff in the courtroom. All of the wild things, Kim Porter, all of that Cassie could have spoke on, she can't mention none of that. And she knows it. She just giving them what she can give them. Do it make sense to y'all now? That's what this is all about. This right here, swept under the rug. You ain't gonna hear from it from nowhere in the trial, because he done paid that money to keep it all hush hush. The hotel gave her another 10 mil just to sweeten the deal, to keep it all hush hush, because they got audio of that damn what they was arguing about. That's the point that people never really thought about. They got audio of what they was fussing about, what they was talking about. Now, if they was in a hotel room and they had audio, that would be a problem. But in the hall, what's happening in a multi-billion-dollar hotel, they heard that shit, but they keeping that confidential as well. So they don't care nothing about y'all seeing the visual, as long as y'all don't hear the audio. Because in that audio, allegedly, he was telling her why he was whooping her ass. And how can you do something like that to my baby mother, but to Cassie's account, this is what you wanted. This, you've been saying this for years. I acted on, we're supposed to be getting married. We're supposed to be having children. You want me, the only person standing in the way between you and me is Kim Porter, and I can't have that. She was madly in love with this man. And he said some things and suggested some things that he regretted. And this is how he got to deal with it. He don't mind being in jail and going through this right here. He feel like this is what he deserve anyway. Now, let me show y'all something real quick. It's only going to take a second. Damn, I need my glasses. Y'all stay tuned, because we gotta deal with this one more time. I know y'all seen the testimony. Dawn Richardson got up there. David James, former assistant to Combs, they still talking about Diddy beating on Cassie. That's what the whole trial is about. He paid for this trial. This is what he paid for. He pushed the button so this can go forward. Diddy turned himself into jail. before they can really start investigating. His kids didn't even know what was going on. Let me bring y'all to this point real quick, and we're going to come back to this, but y'all need to see this. This the games that Diddy been playing this whole damn time. And it got to be exposed. Look. Remember when they did his house raid and his kids was there and they was all shooken up? They held them at gunpoint, making it seem like it had something to do with any and everything except for their mama. And they like, damn, what's going on? They thinking it got something to do with some sex tapes. They went up in there and got a whole bunch of baby oil. And Diddy was at the airport when it was all going down. He trying to save face. He trying to cover up all of this shit. And this is the craziest part. When they raided his house, it was a bunch of videos. He had Kim Porter pictures all over the place. He was mourning, sick to his stomach. Hold on. Matter of fact, I need to show y'all some of this stuff real quick. Oh, no, that ain't going to work. We're going to go back. He had Kim Porter everything in his house. He had a shrine to Kim Porter when they went up in there. Hold on, look. He had incense burning. He done emptied the safe. He was making noodles. He had seasonings up there. He cooking in the damn bedroom. Got a little refrigerator. It was dusty in there. He done snatched all the electrical things out of there. Now this was his bedroom. Got teddy bears everywhere. Hello Kitty, all that shit. In his bedroom. He had Happy Mother's Day to Kim Porter in there. It was the weirdest, most bizarre thing people ever seen. And when it was going down, he was around the corner knowing that his kids was hemmed up. Okay, let's get back into this real quick, because there's a few things I want to touch on. Now, that Dawn Richardson part of the trial, that ain't nothing. She just there to put some mustard on top of the fish sandwich. She's nothing. She's just a little topping for the people out there to feel a little celebrity going on with the damn trial. You know, the trial is basically over. This the part that I wanted to share with y'all. Hold on, where's that? Let me get it real quick. Okay, no, that ain't it. Because they talking about dismiss. Oh, this it. Y'all need to listen to this, man, because this the craziest thing ever. Listen.
And the judge in Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial is expected to decide this morning whether to throw out a portion of last week's testimony. It concerns a witness who was called after Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura finished testifying on Friday. CBS News legal contributor Caroline Polisi joins us now here in Studio 57 in New York with more on this. Caroline, good to see you. So explain what testimony may be thrown out and why.
Yeah, Chanel, it's looking more and more like that testimony will not be thrown out. Obviously, last week was all about the star witness, Cassie Ventura, star victim, I should say. She's victim number one in that government indictment. But the testimony from Dawn Richard was meant to corroborate some of Cassie's abuse. And part of that corroboration was an incident that she testified about when Diddy actually, she alleged, hit Cassie with a skillet. She was making eggs. He got, enraged and hit her with a skillet. Now, she also testified that thereafter, Diddy told her that people who spoke about these types of things tend to...
Mind you, throughout the whole trial, nobody mentioned the abuse that Diddy put on Kim Porter. And why that would be important, that would show a history of this thing. They only going back to as far as Cassie, as far as his relationship history. If they was really trying to convince a jury that he's a violent man and that these allegations against him are true, why wouldn't they bring up his relationship with Kim Porter and all the things that he's been accused of when it comes to Kim? Why? His kids is in attendance. He not having that. He will pay Cassie another $40 million to make. to make it all about her. He do not. The last thing he want is to bring up the fact that he had something to do with Kim Porter's passing, or was disrespectful or mean or treated her bad in any type of way. He would turn that courtroom upside down. He don't mind them talking about him kicking Cassie or doing something. He would pay Cassie to take the stand. He will give her more money to give more testimony about whatever it is that come to mind, but do not say shit about Kim Porter. Man, he'll rip the judge head off if they started talking about Kim. Kim Porter dead. Rapper 50 Cent speaks about Diddy's anguish after the death of his ex. Kim Porter, the former girlfriend of Diddy, has died at age 47. A representative for the rapper confirmed. His close friend 50 Cent has since shared insight about their relationship as he paid tribute to the late actress. So, hold on, y'all need to look at this.
The actress. Adeline actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with Sean Diddy Combs, has been found dead.
Stu Mandel live over the Porter's home, I should say, in Toluca Lake. Stu?
Well, that's right. It's actually out here at Toluca Lake at the corner of Woodbridge and Arcola. Now, apparently earlier this evening, the actress and the model Kim Porter, who, as you said, shares 3 children with the music icon P. Diddy, was found here, passed away this afternoon. Now, they're saying that she did pass away from an illness, and it is natural causes. Right now, though, we do see a lot of activity at the house as friends and family are arriving and departing the home. Again, though, we understand that the model actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with the music mogul P. Diddy, did pass away this afternoon.
Sad news that Kim Porter lost her life the way she lost her life. But the only crazy thing about that is people don't know exactly how she lost her life. They got too much money not to know. Look at this.
Only Extra was with the couple at their New York baby shower for twins Delilah and Jesse.
So do we have 2 future ballerinas possibly?
Yes, of course.
The happy parents-to-be kissing for our camera, Diddy telling AJ,
just take everything in as a blessing, you know. I got 3 sons, and to have these young ladies on the way is incredible.
With us at the 2005 Oscars, where he accidentally stepped on her gown.
Hey, watch that dress.
Sorry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I've just been giving kisses.
A magnet for the camera every time she hit any Beverly Hills hotspot. Today, her close friends posting their last respects. Kevin Hart saying, "You were a beautiful person inside and out." Nicki Minaj, the most heartbreaking news. Drake posting, "Sending peace and prayers to my brothers and to the big homie, Puff." One of Kim's final Instagram posts, this message: "I trust in divine timing. The universe has my back."
Divine timing. And when you add it all up and you bring it all together to today and what's happening with this trial, what's happening in the world, and how people are so thirsty for celebrities, and Diddy giving the people what they want, even behind bars at this point, just shows that this elaborate trick is to cover up something way more sinister, like we all been expecting, but that's not what they giving us. Money talks. He bought a trial to have something to do with something that it shouldn't have had nothing to do with. Instead of getting to the real point of it, he created a diversion to stay away from that fact. That's like women out there that don't want their kids to know who their real daddy is. They will lie. They'll make up an elaborate lie, a scheme. They will get another man to play along. And when them kids grown, 30 years old, that man might have the courage to say, "You know what? I was never your real daddy anyway. I went along with it for your mother because your mother didn't want to make you mad or make you feel like you ain't had no dad, or your mother didn't want you to know that Diddy was your father or some shit." People do it all the time for their kids. They will say some old crazy shit so their kids wouldn't know that their grandfather is their real father. Diddy overdid it with this. Him and Cassie to cover their track. The world may never know what really went on between them, but the world do know that Cassie let it be known that she was jealous of Kim Porter. She was jealous at the fact that Kim Porter and Diddy spent time together on the holidays. She was jealous of the fact that, hold on, man. Hold on, wait a minute. Get the fuck out of here. Cassie mama gonna be testifying. Wait till she get her ass up there. She don't even know English. Like, Diddy loved me long time. Like, order in the court, order in the court. Wait till Cassie mother get up there. Her father gonna come running in the courtroom with a machete, with a banana poking out his back pocket. Like, send him back to the Philippines. But that's Negro here nor there. Like I was saying, they working together. They still got, Cassie got to take this one for the team, because her hands is bloody. I'm trying to tell y'all, Cassie's hands is full of Kim Porter's blood. Look at this. Allegedly, because I don't know this stuff for sure. Because all I know is after Kim passed, Cassie was laying low. Sean Diddy Combs reunites with ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura one day after Kim Porter's death. What the fuck they had to talk about? He had on the hoodie that said "Do the right thing." Like, Cassie, I'm gonna need you to lay low, and when time right, when this shit get real high for me, I need you to pop up. Here goes some tapes, some videos, some free calls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Had them people thinking that we real nasty, being conspiracy. Cause I'd be damned if my kids find out what really happened to their mother. You feel me? We're gonna have to do this together, Cass. When you be easy, you take this money. And I'm going to see you when I see you. And, if I'm looking old and gray, don't be giggling at me in the courtroom and shit. I'm going to have to get my Don King on. Like, I got you, Puff. I'm sorry. You told me you wanted to get rid of her. And I figured enough was enough. You was tired of her. I was tired of her. Cash, don't talk about that. Just take this money, take these little videotapes, these little screenshots and shit. And when they call you, just tell them, just make us some shit. We ain't trying to go to jail for that, man. I'll be damned if my daughters find out what really happened to their mother, man. I ain't going to be able to live with myself, Cash. I'm going to need you on this one. They linked up one last time, and she got the phone, she got the evidence in her hand. The last time she seen Diddy. Y'all see this, man? Like, I got you, Pa. She pulled off in the Mercedes Benz, waiting for the damn call. Look, a day after, Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie reunited one day after Kim Porter's death. Sean Combs was seen reuniting with Cassie, whom he recently split from in October. 11 years, and they want to call it a quits after Kim Porter passed. What happened to where they had to let it go? He beat her ass, and it was another love TKO. One day after his ex Kim Porter's death, Diddy was seen reuniting with Cassie, whom he recently split from in September. And Kim Porter, God damn, this is beyond crazy. What they had did. On Friday, the Grieving Star 49 was spotted in Los Angeles for the first time since Porter was found dead in her Toluca Lake, California home. She was 47. Combs was dressed in a black hoodie and red shorts, while Ventura, 32, wore an all-black ensemble as they were photographed leaving the Movement Institute. The Movement Institute? Hold on, y'all. What the hell is the Movement Institute? Y'all stay tuned, because I'm hot right now, man. I got to do this investigation. Because what the fuck they was up to? Look, y'all. The Movement Institute, the MVT Physical Therapy Clinic. Is that what it is? Hold on. The Movement Institute. Damn, they was freaking off like that. They both got bad knees. They had to call it. They probably got done doing a freak off and needed to go get some special attention. The Movement Institute. Her hips acting up. Them BBCs done broke her back. Now she trying to get back and what the hell they had going on? They had to take IVs and shit after freak offs. Had to they going to clinics together. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Oh, Combs was, y'all see this? Let me double check. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Combs was dressed in a black hoodie and red shorts while Ventura 32 wearing all black ensemble as they were photographed leaving the Movement Institute, working on them bad hips. Sadly, I can confirm the passing of Kim Porter. I ask that you give the families privacy at this time. A rep for Combs told People magazine. They already, okay, they broke up. The relationship is over. It's done. They publicly called it quits. No more Cassie, no more Diddy. Kim Porter is dead. And they meet up for what? And she's seen walking away with a cell phone. And then years later, they talking about she got a cell phone from Kim Porter that she got from Diddy. On Thursday, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office. Now, hold on, man. Now it's starting to make sense. Cassie and Diddy wanted to get that information off of Kim Porter. Some real incriminating shit. They got her information. He passed it to Cassie. They deleted all that nonsense. She gave the little freak details to the feds just to show them it wasn't even nothing all that egregious. Turned it into a case about physical abuse and glossed over the fact that Kim Porter lost her life to cover up an even bigger conspiracy. On Thursday, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office confirmed Porter's death in a statement explaining that officers responded to a death investigation at 11:40 and found a female unresponsive at the residence. Porter was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death is undetermined at the time. According to emergency dispatch call posted by TMZ, the call came in as a cardiac arrest. While it's not clear what caused Porter's death. Hold on. Yo, them phone lines open too, y'all. Let me see what's going on. Yo, don't y'all be texting. Y'all need to be calling. What I'm going to do with a text message, you know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy for that. While it's not clear what caused Kim Porter's death, a source told the outlet she had been suffering from pneumonia for weeks because it's a cold world. If you're dealing with people like Diddy and Cassie, shit, you will have pneumonia too. It don't get no colder than them. Diddy is devastated and shocked, a source told People. He and Kim were still very close and co-parents, even though their romantic relationship didn't work. So when they was doing the raid and they was looking for all that stuff, they said that Cassie told the feds that he had some shit in there. It was they was going off based off of what Cassie told them and went up in his house and did all that nonsense looking for something that she already had. She created a diversion for this man so he turned himself in to jail. So while they're going on this wild goose hunt and they can't find nothing, the only thing they got is Cassie, and she come to court with this bullshit. Look. Look. Y'all gotta see this. Cassie Ventura, a singer known as Cassie, is a star witness in a federal sex trafficking trial. Her testimony, which detailed long-term relationship with Combs, whatever, persecution. Where the part about her working with the damn feds? Cassie gave Diddy a chance to privately settle the suit. Everything we know. Okay, look. Why the feds raided Diddy's homes? What we know about the ongoing investigation. Combs' homes was raided by the Department of Homeland Security, and it reportedly came as much of a shock to him as it did the rest of the world. Combs had no clue, whatever. Once the feds got involved, the well-known series, why did they raid his home on Monday? Feds, agents, Homeland Security raided his home at the time, reportedly with his children and everything. The raid came as part of a case in New York Southern District of sex trafficking allegations of the mogul, sex trafficking, whatever. It looked like they scrubbing the internet of a whole lot of stuff because I just read not that long ago that they got their information. Hold on, here we go. Sean Diddy Combs' ex Cassie cooperating with federal investigators amid sex trafficking probe. Man, not only that, y'all. Now keep this in mind. I need y'all to keep a good look at this. Stay there. Now y'all need to see this part. This the crazy part. Oh. Now, this it, right? Look at this. Look. Dana Tran is the mother of Sean Diddy Combs' seventh child. Dana Tran is a cyber security professional. She and Diddy have not confirmed a relationship. So this woman is a cyber security professional. He got people working on the inside, got people working on the outside. He getting intel from all across the country. He know what's going on before it hit. They talking about it was a shock to Diddy that his house got raided, but his baby mother works she's a cybersecurity specialist. So if they cleaning up whatever he need cleaned up, and if this is what he got to do, he would rather be the face of a freak off over being the face of the murder of allegedly taking out his own baby mama. Do y'all feel me on this or no? Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comment section because y'all could follow this trial and run around the donkey and all that bull, trying to figure out where it's gonna make sense, where it started, where it's gonna end. But when it is over, everybody gonna have justice except for Kim Porter. Diddy gonna have he gonna be labeled as a martyr. They gonna treat him like he was bamboozled. They gonna treat Diddy like he was done so wrong. When he come home, he basically gonna be innocent when this is all over. Even if he do gotta serve some time, people gonna be like, that ain't right. How they did Diddy, that ain't right. He rather have that than to face his kids with what really allegedly happened. As far as my opinion go, hold on, y'all. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Yo, this Fifth, man.
Yo, what's going on? What's on your mind, bro?
Man, that shit with Diddy, man, that shit, like, got me, like, thinking, because did he tell on boss man D-Lo?
Yeah, we just never know, brother. He probably did. I don't know.
That's kind of crazy, man. Be slow.
Mm-hmm. We won't thank him so much for calling in. God bless his heart. You know what I'm saying? At least he called. You feel me? It may not be the call we wanted, but it was a phone call. So give him some props for that. Don't be hating on that, brother. Okay, let's get back into this. Look at this, y'all. Yo, the people that's willing to testify against Diddy is just riding for the cause. Think about this, man. They riding for his cause. Cassie don't testify. It don't get no loyaler than Dawn Richardson. She was loyal to Diddy when nobody was loyal to him. Why would she stop being loyal now? Why would she help them create a diversion away from Kim Porter and put emphasis on Cass? Like Cassie's the real victim here. Cassie's alive. Cassie got $30 million. Cassie is fucking pregnant with her third child. Cassie is married. Cassie got a bright future. Kim Porter is dead. And they putting all this emphasis on pray for. They act like Cassie dead. Cassie sitting in the courtroom and Dawn Richardson on the sand talking about pray for Cassie. What about Kim Porter? She was down with Diddy. She was with Diddy, Dirty Money. If he made a phone call and needed a favor, Dawn Richardson, she better show up for that man, especially all he did for her. She wouldn't go against Puff. Never have, never will, unless that's what he wanted her to do. Make it make sense. They got her on the Breakfast Club going on and on about how Diddy saved her life. If it wasn't for Diddy, I wouldn't be in a position to make no money. Not only did he get me out of a bad contract, but he put me in 2 different groups on his label. When she said in court, whenever my records get momentum, I get calls from Diddy. They always calling when I get momentum, trying to give her a boost. That's his girl. Diddy, Dirty Money, them was the chicks that he rocked with the most. Look, hold on. These was his he loved these girls so much that he did a trio with them, like the Fugees. He wanted Dawn on this arm and the other one on that arm, and they just the last train to Paris, and the album was actually fire. So don't think for 1 second that she want to see Puff under the jail. If that man call and he needs you to put on some bullshit and don't say a damn thing about Kim Porter, you don't think Diddy Dirty Money was around Kim Porter, or she ain't heard through? She talking about all this stuff she done heard. All this information. Hold on, y'all can't see what I'm looking at. God damn, how long it been like that? I've been playing video and y'all ain't been able to see the video. Oh, I do apologize. Y'all gotta forgive me for that. I'm talking about Dawn Richardson right now. This woman would never turn on Diddy at all. And if you think she would, you fooling yourself. But that's Negro here, no doubt. I do apologize. I had the visuals a little messed up or whatever the case is. But yeah, that's his ride or die. And that's why he formed a group with them. And now she understand with this old bullshit, confirming what Cassie said to be true. Still nothing incriminating. She got up there talking about scrambled eggs and how Diddy shot the eggs at Cass. She in the courtroom with this nonsense, man. And they stupid ass talking about Dawn Richards' testimony can be incredibly impactful, says the attorney. Impactful enough for what? To get him out of jail? He called in a favor and she showed up. Richard says frequently saw Combs be violent towards Ventura. Dawn Richardson testified that after 2009, she saw Diddy attack Cassie with a skillet. She frequently saw Combs be violent towards Ventura. He would punch her, choke her, drag her, slap her in the mouth. I saw him kick her, punch her in the stomach. She said that the violence was prompted by a variety of reasons. It could be Cass speaking up for herself. Now, how you think Diddy's sons would have reacted if Dawn brought up the fact that Diddy was violent towards Kim Porter? How do you think they would have acted in the courtroom if they were speaking on Kim Porter? Or if Cassie would have been like, he was not only violent towards me, but he would do the same thing to Kim Porter. He beat her. I witnessed Diddy do this to Kim Porter. I witnessed Diddy do that to Kim Porter. And his daughters sitting in the courtroom, and they think about how their mom deceased. He would have jumped up and slapped the shit out of Cat. They would have had to take him to the back and put him in the hole. He would have jumped over that barricade and slapped the shit out of Cassie in the court. But he got deep pockets. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole lot of money to make a trial go the way you want it to go. This ain't gonna do nothing but add to his prestige as a hip-hop artist, as a pimp. Little girl, get down on the floor, on the floor. Little girl, get down on the floor like a pimp. Walk up in the club, dressed straight like a pimp, looking at them little hoes saying, say something, bitch. And that's good for the culture. This whole trial is good for the culture. Jury sees photos of Ventura friend wearing sunglasses after the alleged attack. So she chilling after Diddy whooped her ass because he paid her 30 mil. I would have put on some shades too. Dawn Richards testified Combs punched Ventura at a restaurant. Like, I seen him. Diddy punched Cassie at a restaurant. Yo, we was eating our food and she bit into her sandwich and he punched her in the stomach. He punched her in the stomach, Your Honor. Yup, he a bad. And I seen him. He dragged her by the head. All the while, Kim Porter is in her grave. Like, what about me? The whole world, man, the whole world. Think about this, man. And I'm going to leave it alone because I ain't about to be beating on no dead horse. Matter of fact, put that picture back up because y'all need to see this. Just imagine you ain't getting no justice. The whole world is going on about how he had drug, sex get-togethers with Cassie. They did drugs and they had sex. Who gives a shit? They had male escorts come through to knock it out. Who gives a damn? He's on trial for that. He kicked Cassie. They got him on video kicking Cassie in the ass. They given the timeline of their relationship. The only mention of Kim Porter is when Cassie said that she was jealous of Kim Porter. Can you imagine if it was you in the grave? And I know you're thinking, if I'm dead, I don't know, I don't care. But let's just hypothetically say you did know. You in the grave. This man possibly put you there. And he's on trial. And it ain't got a goddamn thing to do with you. It got everything to do with the bitch he was with at the time. After he done paid her $20 million to come up with this crock of shit. Then get another, man, hold on. Let me just do this real quick. I'm going to calm down because it's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to say and that I'm going to say. But y'all need to see this first. Hold on. Oh, y'all can't even see it. I'm letting it play. Y'all can't even. I do apologize, man. If y'all would call in, I wouldn't be having these type of problems, man. Okay, here we go. Pneumonia. And she a supermodel with millions of dollars at her disposal. She don't know. They ain't go to the hospital. She ain't want to pay that medical bill. Don't she got birds and chinchillas? They got tea. Supermodels know how to take care of their damn self, man. If they get too fat, they know what to do to get rid of the weight. They know secret tips about shit that regular people don't know. Supermodels drink pickle juice to keep their breath from being stank. They fucking slip on banana pills to land on their ass to keep it flat. Supermodels know every trick of the trade when it comes to health. Now, you mean to tell me that she just suddenly got sick and didn't go through no protocols to get herself back together right? Y'all need to look at this.
Hello there, I'm Eva Pilgrim. Thanks for streaming with us. Week 2 of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, starting with multiple witnesses who say they saw Diddy being physically violent toward his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. And for the first time, the public can see the stark visual evidence of the violence Cassie testified that she suffered at the hands of Combs. We want to warn you that some of these images can be disturbing. The government releasing a new batch of images showing injuries Cassie described, plus thousands of dollars of cash found in a fanny pack, drugs, and baby oil, all allegedly used during the sex party.
Oh, man. They trying to jazz this shit up one more. Let it go. They need to, man, just call it quits. They trying to put some more cheese on it. It's over, man. Who don't nobody care no more about this type of stuff? The baby, they hit you with the baby oil, Cassie bruises. What about Kim Porter? Cassie at the sheep. Cassie gonna be all right. If she had bruises, she can pay to get a massage. She could pay for some Bengay. Cassie can afford the ice. If whatever happened with Cassie back in the day, she able to have babies. She able to walk up in that courtroom. She got Tesla trucks, you name it. Cassie gonna be all right. It's okay. She did her testimony. They had sex. They did drugs. Let it go. But you know, when you think about it, and all of this covering up going on with this Kim Porter situation, there's people that had interest in Diddy at the time when this happened, and they feel like they somewhat responsible for this. Now, hypothetically speaking, now this all alleged allegations. Let's say that Diddy was on trial for killing Kim Porter, and he was being funded by Ciroc. And they got their prints all over it. They found Ciroc in her system. They found a Ciroc bottle with Diddy fingerprints on it. That would be bad for business, man. They had to sever ties. He had to end his relationship with Ciroc, talking about some racial discrimination or whatever this case. All the smoke screen just to create a diversion because he was freaking out over what happened. Can you imagine? You wake up the next day and you got somebody blood. He already got Biggie blood on his hands. That's one thing. Tupac, possibly Black Rob, Mace ran to the church. It's like everybody around him ends up dead. But this one hit close to home. This one, hold on, y'all. What the hell? Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Who this be?
Hi, Sean. It's a lead girl.
Oh, man, I'm so glad you called in. What's on your mind tonight?
Oh, hey, Sean. I was just the Diddy trial's on, and I was just wondering how can Cassie go to the prosecution when she's already accepted money? Isn't that a conflict of interest?
Yeah, what I'm trying to explain to the people is that Diddy paid Cassie to give this testimony over the other testimony that she could have gave if he wouldn't have gave her the money. And that other testimony has a whole lot to do with what happened to Kim Porter. And there's a possibility Cassie has something to do with it as well. So instead of them both going down and going to jail and serving the time for Kim Porter's death because Kim had evidence that was incriminating to both of them since they was together at the time and was together for 10 years, they broke up around the same time of Kim Porter's funeral. So They're working together. This testimony that Cassie's giving is way, it ain't nowhere near the testimony she would have gave if she ain't had the money.
True. But this is just, I feel like this has YLS all over it. Like they are like an octopus. They're going in so many different directions. They may just lose it.
Oh, that's the point. That's what he paid for. That's why he invested into Cassie. He gave her the money the next day. You know, when they come together and there's a lawsuit that's about to be filed, they have to work out an agreement. Either way, this is coming out. But in order for this to go in your favor, Mr. Combs, in order for this to work on in your behalf, he turned himself in. He's like, it's about to go down. I'm going to turn myself
But
in.
they didn't even let him turn himself in. He told them they were coming to New York, and they made it. Yeah, I don't. That was cold.
Yeah, they worked it out before he even got locked up. They said, okay, well, if we got to go to trial, I don't want y'all to talk about this, that, and third. He paid to get rid of so-called evidence so it wouldn't be brought up in the court. He'll be damned if his kids sitting there, his daughters and his sons, and they going on and on about Kim Porter. They got photos and videos of Kim Porter getting beat, or Kim Porter's bruises, and Kim Porter. Can you imagine them putting Kim Porter on the screen with a black guy and his kids sitting in the courtroom? He paid Cassie to not even speak about none of that. They've got all emphasis on Cassie, like that's the only woman he ever been with. He ain't never been in an abusive relationship before. If they trying to prove that he's this monster and this abuser like they said he was, why wouldn't they bring up previous relationships that he was in to further prove the point? Why is they just fixated on Cassie?
Yeah, agreed. I think it's getting really thin. Thank you, Sean.
So much, man. And I'm so glad you called. Is there anything else you want to say about this? Because I know you've seen Dawn Richards take the stand. What you think about her?
Oh my. I think she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know that much about her, honestly, not to speak on.
Mm-hmm. Hey, well, it's all good. You know, you called in, you let the world know what you thought about everything, man. We really do appreciate that. And I like the way you called in and just let the world know how you feel about the situation. I encourage everybody else to be more like you. We got so much love for you. Don't be no stranger. You can call back whenever you feel like it. Real talk. We're going to holler at you later. All right. Take care now. You be good. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sean.
All right. Yeah, bye. Man, you got people all across the world confused about what's really going on here. Like I said, them people at Ciroc did not want Diddy with they liquor, a murderer, to be the face of their brand. Now, a freak off or a sex guy, sex sells. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a wild induced, baby oil selling, man. They think about coming out with the Diddy oil when he get out. This is good promotion for baby oil. People see baby oil and automatically think about having a freak off. Yo, hello. Who this is, man? Hey, what's going on? We need you to cut that off in the background and let us know what's on your mind. Yeah, what's on your mind?
I'm calling about, didn't he set somebody's car on fire or something? What was his name? He did something to somebody's car. Kid Cudi, or who was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He I think he. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did something to his car or something? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, we all heard about it.
Yeah, I just, no one mentioned that, so I just thought I would bring that up. And a lot of people keep saying he's not going to be convicted. Even if he's not convicted, the divine has stepped in. So if he's not convicted, then God will get him another way, like through health or something. Did you notice, like, from the OJ case, after all that stuff happened, all those lawyers died of health problems? You didn't notice that?
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
One of them started dying because the divine is in charge. If he win in court, yeah. But God the divine got another plan. Because everybody involved, you might not get convicted. The ones that don't get convicted, they're gonna cross over from like cancers, to different health problems, because the Holy Spirit, the cosmos, and the universe know everything that happened. So you might get off on the 3D, but you're not gonna get off from him because of the spiritual realm. He's in spiritual court and court on the 3D, not just court here. Because like Kim's ancestors and other people, they're going nuts on the other side. They're mad. They want justice. It ain't just us. People think it's a game. It's not. He's in spiritual court and court on the 3D.
Court on the 3D.
Yeah, that means on Earth. He's in court on Earth and in the spiritual realm. For what he's done. If people say, you think Tupac's ancestors, Kim's ancestors, it's ancestors that's on the other side going nuts. They're going ham about their people. This man done did all this stuff. That's why they say if he don't get convicted, he's not. It's going to cross over from health problems and stuff. What? And remember I said that.
Yeah, that's real.
Remember I said that. Just like OJ's case, did you notice right after he won, all them lawyers start crossing over, even Kim's father. They all start dying off. I don't know if he's guilty. I don't think he was. That's my opinion. But I don't know really. But all those lawyers start dying off from defending him. Even what was that high class lawyer's name? That defended OJ? Johnny Cochran. Answers. They was like, yeah, but so he might win in court. And the judge, everybody that's involved, they all gonna get it. Because you can't beat God.
You can't. You can't.
You cannot beat God. He's gonna get them. If you win in court, okay. But he got something else for their ass. Telling you.
That's so true.
All I wanted. I just know he blew up somebody's car or did something to somebody's car. They kept talking about that on the news.
Yeah. Do you feel like he should get life in jail for freaking off with Cassie?
No, I think he should get life in jail for everything. Like you said, they're not bringing up all the other stuff. They only sticking to one subject. What about all that other stuff? I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like the murder, the people that crossed over, and then just a lot of stuff he's done. Like, oh, did you know that they were on a yacht? That was on Inside Edition. And I think TMZ spoke on it. And him and Kim got into it, and he broke Kim's nose.
Yeah, they didn't mention that in court.
I'm telling you, I said, what the hell? And I read about it like maybe a year ago. So it was a bit ago, but he did hit her, did something, and broke her nose.
He did?
Yeah, they're not yes, Google it, pull it up. You're going to be like, oh my God, there it is. He broke her nose.
He broke her nose, and people been thinking about it for years, and they did not give it a mention in court, not one time.
No, he broke Kim's nose before. That's why I can't believe his daughters, man, they had to know that he treated her mean, and, her ain't no way they couldn't have known that he wasn't putting his hands on her. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. And by that being not my father, if I was Albie Sure's son, I'd be going ham about my mama a long time ago. I don't care about your money and none of that. Don't put your hands on my mother, period.
Yeah. And the point I've been stressing this whole video is that him and Cassie called it quits the same year Kim Porter passed away. So it's looking to me that they had to go their separate ways because they knew eventually the shit was going to hit the fan. There was some dirt out there on both of them that Kim Porter had, and it was in their best interest together to get that information out of Kim Porter's hands.
Out of the phone, yes.
Yes.
And then why on Roland Martin, Roland Martin, why I was watching this show the other day, he be on a lot of sets, like the news. Dr. Richard, Roland Martin. Okay, why did the lady that he had speaking for him, she said that she was there at the court. She said people was lining up later on that night for that morning for the next day, sleeping outside and stuff to get in the courtroom. Why did Roland, the lady said that Cassie testified on the stand that she had sores and stuff all in her mouth and was having some issues down there on a private part from all the different men he was making her have sex with. That came up. That she had sores and stuff in her mouth. That did come. She testified to that. She mentioned that. But still, they ain't talking about Kim. Somebody crossed over. That's more deeper than what you got beat up, but You're alive. I agree with everything you said. You're alive. What about this lady here that's gone and her left kids?
And you know what's crazy? They're talking about the timeline. They had Cassie go through the whole timeline of the last time she saw Diddy, and that was when he went to a hotel and he allegedly raped her. And then they saying that they had a dinner and it was a farewell and she was with her husband. So why they didn't mention the fact that the last time they seen each other was a day after Kim Porter's funeral? How come they didn't ask her, well, you say that Diddy raped you in 2016, but you seen him again in 2018 at Kim Porter's funeral. How come they didn't bring that up in the damn trial? What did they talk about when they got together? What was the point of them meeting up a day after?
Like you said, getting that phone, get that phone, get some stuff taken out of that phone. So evidence, they was getting rid of evidence early on.
Damn, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, they was destroying evidence early on.
That's what it looks like to me. It looked like they linked up that one last time. He passed her that phone and said, when the time is right, you know what to do.
Yep. That's crazy.
It's beyond crazy. You know, how come you don't call in more often? Because you start talking about the gospel and people working on the other side. You get all religious.
Because I'm a high priestess. I got gifts from the Most High. I ain't lying. I'm a light worker. I'm chosen. I do a lot of light work for God, and I'm not lying either. I don't play with God, and my kids know. Like, my kids are grown now, though, but I do a lot of light work. I'm an earth angel because this girl kept trying to do spell work on me, and she went to a practitioner, and when all of them, even overseas, they see my picture and be like, "Oh no, I'm good. She's chosen. It'll backfire. The blowback will be so devastating. I don't want to mess with it." Yeah, because that's how I know who I am. Because the practitioners just don't want to mess with people trying to get work done on me. Because I'm a truth speaker, so I stay blocked for 30 or 40 days on Facebook because I speak truth. Like, I might share something on your page. I get in trouble for that. They be punishing me for that. And yeah, like, you got ancestors. I don't care. Like, Kim got ancestors. Like, crossed over great grandmothers, great grandmothers, great. I'm just telling you. Like, do you think them people is over there not saying nothing? That's the other side. We on the 3D. This is real right here. But in the spiritual realm, and I got high ranking in the spiritual realm because my grandmother was a pastor. I traveled with my grandmother. She was a guest speaker at a lot of different churches, so I was raised Pentecostal, but I'm real spiritual too now. But I'm tapped in with Source, and I ain't making it up. But like, if he get off, no, God got something else for him. I'm telling you, I know what you're gonna be like. She said that you gonna die like a prostate cancer or something, a bad health problem, and anybody else involved. You're not getting off. God's like, they think they're getting off. They ain't getting off because I got something else for they at. He do.
You know what? I believe that. I received that.
Judges think they higher than God. No, you're not, because he got something for you too, since you in on it. Judges, I'm telling you, judges are regular people. It's just because you sit up there and you can run people's lives and you go home and I don't care what nobody say. Judges go home and they smoke weed and they drink in the privacy of their own home. They think they don't do drugs. You got me twisted. You cannot convince me that they don't go home and drink. You can have judges that's low vibrational. Okay, and I'm an empress. That's higher than a queen. I've mastered every queen in the deck. And it has nothing to do with money and status. You can be a judge and be low vibrational. You can and go home and be an alcoholic, but don't nobody know what's going on behind the scenes. You're low vibrational behind the scenes. That's why I know people that do spell work on court cases and throw them. Yeah, because it's a low vibrational judge. But if you get like a higher vibrational judge, it's not going to work on them. You got to stay high vibrational. It's not going to work on you. But when you low vibrational, the spell work.
Yeah,
I'm real tapped in. I'm just telling you. So Diddy and them, they think they getting off, and everybody involved with helping him get off by paying, because see, it's deaths involved. And people, ancestors on the other side going off like, not Tupac too. Nah, bro. They killed my granddaughter. Are you crazy? No, I want him done. So, you know, God's probably promised, and I promise you, if they don't go to prison, they'll cross over from this. God's gonna show you ain't strong. You can't beat me, Judge.
Yeah.
Through the case, I'm
charge. Me. He could get rid of all of them. That's what I said. I told you. You see, OJ.
Mm-hmm.
All the lawyers start dying off after he won. Think about it.
That's so true.
Because he gonna get you out of here. You thought you won. Nah, y'all out of here. And OJ life been in jams ever since of going crazy and stole all this stuff, and he was trying to get his stuff back in Vegas, got locked back up. Like, he's just been a basket case. All the lawyers crossed over.
Sister, I need to know what you think about this. Diddy's his first black lawyer, the black male lawyer, he quit the trial because he said that Diddy was doing necromancy. That's he talking to the dead spirits. He dealing with you saying all this stuff about people on the other side gonna get him. His lawyer quit because he know that Diddy is communicating with people on the other side.
He gonna get it though. And guess what? His own ancestors could have been to turn against him. Cause they like, what are you doing? Like, some ancestors, okay, so I just come out of a spiritual warfare, and I've been into it with like warlocks, wizards. Warlocks is a male witch, wizards, witches, dark witches, and like their ancestors came on my side. I'm telling you, because of all the dark they was doing that was wrong. I'm a light worker. I'm not on the dark side. I'm on the light side. So they like, that ain't cool. That ain't right what you did. You feel me?
Right.
So, they can disown, ancestors can disown their own people because like you doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
So
like, that ain't right.
His ancestors
are stronger. All ancestors are not powerful. You got some ancestors that's more powerful. Yeah.
That's real, man.
See, my ancestors was all saved into the Holy Ghost, Pentecostal preachers. But this was back in the day, so this was real speaking in tongues, not fake prophets like nowadays. My grandparents was real. So, and say I'm up against a family that was born into spell work. Like, she learned it from her family, it was passed down. So that's a dark family. So you cannot beat us. We have high ranking in the spiritual realm. I was raised in church. My grandmother was two pastors, like, and you was raised with a dark family. Y'all grew up doing spell work. It was handed down. It was taught to you. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have high ranking in the spiritual realm because they're on the dark side. I'm on the light side. I've always been with God, so I'm highly protected.
You know what, sister? That's interesting. You say that you from the light side and you highly protected and you always been working with God. You got evangelists in your family, but you also know a lot about the dark side and spell work. So how does that even work?
I know because people was doing it on me. So I had to learn. See, look, I was in the dark at first. I didn't know what was going on. God had to step in and help me because I'd be dead. They was doing mirror magic, beauty magic, glamour magic, going to get dirt from the graveyard, dirt magic, trying to kill me over a guy, all kind of stuff. But see, I was in the dark. I didn't know nothing. I couldn't even defend myself. They was doing it behind the scenes, throwing right behind your head. So how do I know? I'm like, what's going on? Like, because I don't know nothing about spell work. I can't even defend myself. God had to step in and defend me. So all of it backfired. It's like I'm chosen, so throwing spell work at a chosen one is like throwing it at God. Because there's only 144,000 chosen ones in the world. That's it. And it was over my twin flame. Everybody don't get a twin flame. A twin flame connection is a connection brought together by God for a purpose. That means it's something that he has for them to do. They have to do it together.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you say you was getting worked on by a twin flame?
No, it was over him. He was messing. He was cheating. He was messing with this girl, but she was beautiful. But she was wearing a mask. She She looked so pretty, but she was a dark witch. I'm sent in as a messenger. I'm like, don't eat her food. She's putting pure blood and boogers in your food. Don't eat it. But he's like, you're jealous. You're hating. No. I'm like, she's a witch. I get downloads. So God is telling me everything. The Holy Spirit, and then I'm highly favored with the cosmos and the universe. So I'm telling him. I'm like, when you at work, her and her mama do spell work on you all day while you at work in your house. And you having sex with other men in your bed. He was blind. He put cameras in his house. And you know what he said? I knew you was a high priestess when I was in prison. He said, everything you said when I was in prison is playing out right now. I'm a real high priestess.
You know what?
Everything I told him in prison, when he got out, it all started playing out.
You know what? This got me thinking about Cassie and think about Diddy's relationship with Kim Porter.
He could have been doing spell work on him. He could have been, you know what? They can do it through sex.
Yeah, all that freaking off they was doing. Yeah.
And she could have been doing spell work on him, like, okay, beauty magic, glamour magic, mirror magic. You know what? They could have attached entities to him. Like a Jezebel entity. I make you go around and do it to all kind of people.
Oh no.
Yeah, and my friend is trying to get away from that whole witch. Guess what? The spell work's wearing off now. He's waking up. He's going off. You know, I think that's what transgenders be doing to men. And then when they wake up and it wears off, they pop off and kill them. And then they go to jail. Because I believe that spell work is real popular right now. And I believe they're doing it on men. And then when they wear off, they wake up and see what's going on and pop off on these transgenders.
So you saying that Cassie was a witch?
Could be. Okay, look, remember when they said that when Andre 2000 left
Erykah Badu?
After that, his whole career went down. You know what she was probably doing? You can do blockages to block your pathway, your money, and your love life. That way you don't get no word every time.
Hold on, wait a minute. No. When 3000 left Erykah Badu, his career went through the roof.
They said it went down when I watched that.
He sold 10 million records after he left Erykah Badu.
But he wasn't around too much longer though.
Yeah, that's true. You ain't heard nothing from him since.
No, his career was like on and cut off. Like, yeah, they be saying, I was like, she could have did money. They can block your money, your love life, your pathway, all that. They can do it. You know what? They'll go overseas and hire hard, heavy practitioners overseas that's really, really good. And you know what they say? I'm going to tell you this too. They say people that do spell work that's pregnant, this is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I be wondering if that's what Beyonce kids is like that. Listen.
Oh, shit.
They said that, listen to me. They said that people that's pregnant, and her drummer keeps saying she's doing spell work on her. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
If Beyonce got a drummer, they keep saying that. But when you do spell work and you're pregnant, it goes back up in the womb. And then you start having kids that's autism and Down syndrome. And
oh, no.
I swear to God. When some of these people are amateurs. You got kitchen witches too. They're amateurs and they doing it, but they really don't know the backfire and the blowback of some of that stuff. And think about it. Okay, so I'm chosen, right? Mm-hmm. They don't know I'm chosen. You out here doing spell work on earth angels, chosen ones, light workers. You can't do that. It backfires. And then when it backfires, it might not get them. God's gonna come out there like your kids, your mama, your father. Yeah. Like you say you do graveyard dirt magic on me. And it backfired. God don't want you. You messing with my child. She's a child of God. You messing with my kids. I'm coming for yours, your husband, your mama, your father. Because you're trying to kill her. She's a light worker. She belongs to me. She's chosen. Mm-hmm. She's an earth angel. She's a messenger. She do work for me. But they don't know. You don't know who's chosen. You don't know who's the earth angel. You're just throwing magic at people. And you're wondering why the blowback, why all people, like back home, my hometown, they say, she doing spell work because people dying back home. No, I'm not. Mm-hmm. That's your spell work you're doing on me. That's backfiring. You cannot throw spell work at me. It doesn't work on me.
So back home, they saying that you the reason why people dying?
No, yeah, but it's not. They throwing spell work at me. And that is backfiring back to them. I said, I don't know anything about spell work. That's y'all spell work backfiring. Quit throwing spell work at me. You know what? They back home arguing like, y'all told her no. The Holy Spirit told me. They wonder how they going crazy because they wonder how I know everything. So they all arguing. It's like a whole covenant group. They arguing, saying you told her, no, you telling her. None of them are telling me. Mm-hmm. I get downloads.
Damn.
I'm shaking my head. Yeah. God got it's a real priestess out here. It's real high priestess out here. Y'all got to get twisted, my nigga.
Damn.
It's a real high priestess out here. And he could have been laid up with a dark witch.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
They cult their energy. They shape shift. You will never know it's a witch. And they can be beautiful. That's a man. That's all the outer shell. That all you don't. She's a witch. She goes and they can do the spell work on him through sex. And attach entities to him. And then you know what? When the entity get in you, some of them do ancient. The ones that that don't know, like you're just doing all kind of ancient magic. You waking up old 1950, 1920 people. Heavy entities. So once they get them and they bring them in, when they attach them to people, if they're heavy, so say that's Diddy, but he's in there, but he's on the passenger side. He's in the driver's seat.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Cassie's testimony, she said that she was calling Diddy Pop Pop like her grandfather, and that was his nickname and stuff. So as another caller called in, was like, damn, what was Cassie's relationship like with her father in order for her to be going through what she going through with Diddy? And hearing you saying how people be laying with people and entities be entering them and all this type of shit.
You got a lot of soul ties. Think about it. When you up inside of all those different people, you got a lot of soul ties on you. Like that's sharing your energy with everybody. Think about it.
Yeah, and then he would have Cassie be banging all them dudes. He had sex with Cassie, then go back with Kim Porter,
He still be doing it though after he still be doing it to all those guys. That's scary. There's so many diseases and stuff out here. That is scary.
That's demonic, man. She turned.
You know what domination spells? Make a man bow down. And you know what? You know what they can do? They can be real ugly, right? It could be an ugly girl, real ugly. They can do beauty spells and make them look real pretty to you, and you would think she's the cutest thing in the world. And you just beauty magic. You're spending all your money and doing everything for her, but when it start wearing off,
You be like, who this bitch?
Yes. You see the real them. You feel the real them, and you see what they really look like, feel like, and touch all that because it's wearing off. So my friend is with that witch. It's wearing off. He's waking up, and now she's blackmailing him.
That's crazy.
He had him doing orgies. No, he was doing orgies with all men. So I got to download. My Holy Spirit was like, stay away from them. She's street meat and he's gay for pay. I'm taking downloads. I said, what? And then he was like, stay away from them. And the Holy Spirit said she got entities attached to him, and he's running a Jezebel is attached to him, and he's running around doing it to everything. And he's having orgy parties with all men, and the whole room smelling like shh.
Oh no.
Said, what?
Yo, sis, we gotta keep in touch because you anointed by the Spirit, man. We gotta keep in touch because you educate me on this stuff, man. We gotta keep in touch, man, because there's some questions, it's some crazy stuff going on out there, man. And we love you to death. We don't want you to be no stranger, man. You gotta call back the next time we go live. Real talk. Yo, hello. Who this is? Yo, who this be?
Sean, this is Shrod on EJ.
Hey, what's going on? We all is. What's on your mind?
Right. So the fact that Cassie took let me just turn this off. The fact that Cassie took the money, okay, take all of it out of it, and like nothing to do with her or him or anyone. Anybody that signs that contract, this case is a prima facie or a first case. If you don't speak Latin, which most people do not, which is no fault of theirs. They wouldn't teach me Latin because I was a girl. But it didn't matter. I understood it already. But anyway, this is going to change how laws are made. This is going to change how entertainment is proceeded after this. Because anyone that comes into your house because you have $1 billion can go write a book about you. That's all I got.
No. That's pretty deep because Cassie filed this lawsuit right before some legislation, some law went into effect. So by them exercising this trial, the way they're doing it, like you said, it's going to be laws that's going to change after this. They're going to make it to where it's going to be hard for anybody to do or say anything about a celebrity. It's either they're going to make it hard for them to do or they're going to make it extremely easy for people to get a check off of celebrities. So we don't know which way it's going to go. We're still waiting to see how this trial is going to play out, but it's definitely going to change some laws.
Agreed. So is not black or white. It's nothing. It's, you know what? This stunt is freaking bullshit. And people need to fucking grow up. I'm sorry. Seriously, they're young. I mean, Diddy's my age. I remember him. I remember Chris Rock from DC. Dave Chappelle. I was at GW. I remember all of them down at Howard. Yeah. Yes, you called us the Middle Easterns.
Oh yeah,
My husband thought that was freaking hilarious.
Oh man, I know. And I appreciate y'all for joining the channel and all that good stuff, man. Y'all always been supporting, and I love y'all and appreciate y'all for that. So you thinking that with this whole Diddy trial, they're setting up for something that's going to affect people, especially if you have money, especially if you wealthy, especially if you're successful. This Diddy trial can shape and mold the laws in the near future.
Most definitely, because some people, like myself, work for celebrities who we agree never to talk about. They need us on so many levels, not just like that bodyguard that came up to the stand today, who I thought did a great job. I thought has been transparent this whole time. I've never, ever caught him in a lie. You know, and I'm such a YouTube addict, but that's okay because I'm retired. Whatever. Yeah.
That's some real stuff. You know, they had people close to Cassie come up there, her best friend. They said that her best friend hasn't communicated with Cassie since Diddy threw a hanger at her head or whatever the case was, but somehow she got subpoenaed to come in and testify on Cassie's behalf. I'm trying to figure out, what does her best friend's testimony have to do with anything that can incriminate Diddy and throw him in jail for the rest of her life? What could she say that Cassie didn't already say to convince the jury that he deserves to do life in jail?
You know the answer to this. You know. What? You think we tell you first? No. A woman tells her best friend first. Every woman, black woman, white woman, doesn't matter. We typically, if we have that, don't think we don't even have to talk to each other. We just have to be in the same room.
Yeah. So for the fact that she was her best friend, that's why they felt like it was so important to bring her into court.
Yeah. That's CIA that's FBI. Fuck it. You know what? The FBI sucks. The CIA has much better training. Yeah.
You know what? You are excellent, man, because I didn't even think of it like that. The best friend is the one holding all the secrets. So by bringing her in, they was able to know that Diddy freaked off Cassie.
If she really was. Because women lie. Women lie all the time. Constantly.
Yeah, her best friend knew if they was using condoms or not, how the freak off was real nasty, the baby oil percentage on Cassie's ass. The best friend knew details about the freak off because Cassie was pillow talking with her bestie about how those BBC escorts will have sex with Cassie.
Yeah, I guess. You know what? I heard that she was suffering from UTIs and like all this horrible stuff. I feel so bad for this woman. My heart breaks for her.
Oh man, it's just so bad,
Yeah.
Cassie. Yeah, the way they had sex with Cassie, the way they freaked her down, I don't think she's ever gonna recover.
Nobody wants to do it like that. That's, well, and really, Diddy, you've got the money. Why drug people? There's freaked out. He knows where to find them.
Yeah.
People want to have sex all goddamn night long.
All night long.
It's ridiculous. They're all into it.
It's ridiculous with a capital DICK, man. It's ridiculous.
It's stupid, but it's it's all consensual. Come on.
Yeah.
I hope they've got more than this.
Mm-hmm.
Because, God help me. I don't give a shit if Diddy's free or even whatever. I just really don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I got enough of my own fucking problems. But don't change it all because of this.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I really am in hip hop. I love hip hop. Oh my God.
It's the freaking best.
I have no idea what he ever sang. I really can't even think of one thing.
It's a bunch of gibberish. They're all stupid. Like nobody knows what hip hop. It's all about the beat. Don't nobody cares what they're talking about. It's all about having fun and acting stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what, man? It's so cool having you on the phone because your personality is everything. Your husband, I know he's over there admiring his beautiful wife, having intoxicated conversation.
He's just coming home.
Oh.
He cleans at the hospital.
He cleaned up he cleaned up the whole hospital. You better make him take a bath.
Yeah, no, he certainly does.
Oh.
He's wonderful. We just got off a cruise ship. I texted you in Mexico.
You did? Did he clean the shit?
Clean what? Himself?
What you said? That's what he do.
Oh, he cleans the hospital.
Oh,
That's what he does.
the hospitals. That's what's up. Like, do he bring his own stuff, or do they have like a closet for him to get this?
No. He's environmental services.
So they don't.
He retired.
He don't.
Went back to work. He likes it. He just likes to be alone, and
Yeah.
he likes to do something.
Do we have a personal closet at the hospital with all his cleaning supplies? Or he got to bring it in the van every morning?
No. They have it all there for him.
Oh, look, at least he ain't got to pay for detergent and bleach and his own bucket and all of that nonsense, man. You know what? In my hometown, it's a dude that work at Walmart. He's a millionaire, but he's a janitor because he wants something to do. Everybody knows he's a millionaire, but he decides to be a janitor because he's bored.
No, that's what he does. Yes, we just got off a cruise. I told you. I texted you Mexico. No, he doesn't have to work. This is all him.
He get a kick out of it. He get a kick out of going there, knowing that he in a place where people got to do surgeries, people got to deal with patients. They huffing and puffing. They running here. They running like chickens with their heads cut off. Yeah. He already got money, and all he have to do is whistle and fucking clean some shit and keep it moving.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah. And I totally got him onto the earpod because he reads like a crazy person. I think he's read the Iliad 3 fucking times. I'm like, crazy.
He only want to go to work so he can say hello, nurse.
I doubt it. Oh my God, he's completely obsessed.
Oh, you doubt it? You don't think those this a new? There's nurses out there that look incredible. Look, I'll push a mop to be around the women all day.
I know you would.
You don't think he got a bay or a boo? And I ain't trying to cause nothing to start nothing. I'm just saying, man, it's some fine ass nurse. Have you ever heard of the term "hello, nurse"?
Listen, I worked with surgeons forever, vascular surgeons. I told them what to do. I was their boss, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hospital administrator. Retired.
Do we have Ray-Ban glasses?
Do I? I had a pair. I lost them.
Do we?
To the sailing ship in St. Park.
Do he have them? Do he have the glasses where you can record? Yeah, he does. He got them glasses where you could take pictures.
Huh?
He got the glasses where you could take pictures.
No. Google, no.
Mm-hmm. Check his glove department. Check the glove department. Check the glove department.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And see if he got them glasses in there. Check to see if he got them glasses in the glove department. Them Ray-Bans where he could record their butts. what I done did, what I done did. You know what? See, that's what you get for putting your business out. I ain't even know he worked at the hospital till you said so. Now that's your, but don't get mad at, don't get suspicious, and don't get mad at me. Don't. You got real quiet. You got real quiet and started thinking real hard. I ain't trying to start nothing. You know what? You need to get with y'all need to hug and watch a movie. That's what, cause I ain't no drama queen enough. Matter of fact,
Okay, Sean, I'm hanging up.
yeah,
Please
that's
tell me
what.
movie to watch.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna find a movie for y'all. And the next time I go live, you gotta call. Check the glove department. We ain't got nothing but love you. We gonna holler at you later. You take care, beautiful. Oh my God, man. He working at the hospital, peeping at booties all damn day. Pushing a mop bucket, creeping on hoes. But that's Negro. Hey, man, you got to get some action somewhere. What's a better place than a hospital? And if something go wrong at the job, shit, he already at the hospital. Like, honey, I slipped, but I'm here. I'm here. Like, don't worry about me. I'm already here, babe. That's Negro, you know, there. I want to thank her so much for calling. And where was we? Because we was talking about the Diddy trial. How long I been on here, man? Okay, I've been on here. We need that spiritualist to call back. Because she was going on and on about how she do spells on people. And she anointed. She said her hometown, they got a witch hunt on her ass. She had to leave town. Talking about she anointed by Christ. But putting spells on, she knows she talking to demons. She talking about she get downloads. Like the devil, like, look, man, I got these DVDs for you, bitch. I know what they saying on the other side. She communing with demons, talking about the Lord told her. She's sitting there with her eyes rolled in the back of her head. Like, oh, they said that. Oh, the bitch said this. Oh. Hello, who this is, man? Yo.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening. Oh, how you doing? We so glad you called. Oh, man, we so glad you called in. What's on your mind?
Hi, I really enjoy your podcast. I like your delivery and the impact you have on the listening audience. But you really got my attention tonight because what you said about Cassie and Diddy's $30 million loss. So I think he gave her $20 million. The hotel gave her 10, but it was all connected. So when I heard about it, what was it? I don't know how many months ago, but what you said tonight resonated with me.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was something up with this lawsuit. It was settled fast. It was I don't want to say contrived. What's the word? Hope. It was like they planned this together. Something said he did this, but not because, they were having the sex and the freak off and stuff. It was something else. Mm-hmm. And they had come together and decided to, I'm losing my thought.
No, you got it.
It resonated with me because I would say your thoughts, your assessment of this, what you're speaking on about this lawsuit, mm-hmm. and your assessment and your perception, which I am. I'm a healthcare professional, and I'm a nurse. I'm gonna say that. Mm-hmm. And like you said about the previous caller. She lived that life, them energies and them spirits and them satanic rituals. She lived that life. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. But let me get back to this logic. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to say. And I don't mean to cut you off. And the reason why I made this video is because the whole time the trial started, I've been trying to make sense out of it all, because it's like, okay, why is Cassie up there talking and he already paid her off? What was the point in giving her money if she's going to give a testimony? So the only conclusion you could have is that he paid her to give a testimony that will clear him of any wrongdoing towards Kim Porter. It's completely about Cassie. Everybody that get on the stand is people that he's close to. Her best friend, once upon a time, she was on vacations with Cassie and Diddy. They would go, she talked about times they was in Jamaica and he was very generous, but he had a temper, and she paint this picture of him being violent towards Cassie. You got Dawn Richardson, somebody that not only was with one group, but two groups with Diddy, one of the loyalist people he ever had on his record label.
He was in on it too. It's all orchestrated.
Yeah.
Like you said, Dawn Richardson, she even said herself that this man, everything that Diddy did for her. So they're willing participants. And it's something else going on. I don't know. You said it best, that it wasn't because of this, some people call them domestic violence. That's all the smoke screen. All of this is a smoke screen to, like you said, that why would you pay her $30 million for this nonsense? It was something else y'all were trying to cover up and hide because they knew what was coming down, as they say, the pipe. So if you knew you're gonna have to go to trial, and they're gonna come and get you the first day, but this is how they want it to play out.
You know what?
Not talk about Kim Porter.
Yeah, on every show like that, you see the crime series and stuff, there's private investigators that's on the beat, connecting the dots behind the scene. They're following, they have leads, they go out. Yeah,
right.
When it comes to a high profile murder like Kim Porter, what really happened, Diddy was at the scene. They've been investigating him since Biggie, Tupac, and the list. Now he got another body. Just imagine the whole world suspects you to be behind the murders of these people. Your baby mother come up dead. Now the heat is really on your ass.
And this Gene, I don't know if you want to speak on Gene Deal. I said, he's something else. Because I've seen him on other shows, like Paperwork Party. I'm retired. I'm doing well. I retired registered nurse from 40 years. But I'm gonna go back to work.
That's what's
have
up.
all these licenses. Yeah. So I like your style. I like your, I enjoy. And it's impactful. You use the logic, and you have a sense of humor. So I get it, and I appreciate that. Some of these podcasters they get on, they act like they holy and then thou, and when I say that, for lack of a better word, but they act like they, they got it all.
Celebrities.
They get on their part. They get in their celebrity mode,
Yeah.
But this is a good cover up from beginning to from the time you heard about Diddy, them raiding his house, and they get ready to think he going to trial and stuff. So they put like your previous caller said. I don't know how deep she's into it. What she's caught up in. I don't play with that. I don't play with. I know it exists, and it ain't no real power. There's a lot of crazy energy behind, dark magic, all that stuff. I don't play with that. I don't play with that. I keep it real. I don't play with that. But Diddy did a lot of things before Cassie.
Not to cut you off, but the thing with people, there's a lot of people that's tapping into dark magic and stuff because of these TV shows. You got shit on Netflix. Every show there's some type of science fiction. People, they become addicted to this type of thing. But one thing I really
they said watch what you watch on TV.
Yeah.
Watch what you watch, the type of movies, because you can be pulled in and you really be thinking, this is reality and this illusion. But, Diddy, Cassie, all or whatever you want to call them, witches, war, they're all into that satanic worship and rituals and, they little sex magic, you know, and their circles and rituals, you know, and blood sacrifice. They do all of that, you know.
Yeah.
But the degenerate behavior, that's where the energy is now. You see all this crazy sex with animals, sex with children and stuff. So it's like they're saying when they came in Diddy's house, they were looking for those tapes or what Cassie, but he wanted to control the narrative. Because I think maybe he thought he was the only one videotaping. Then you got this man, what they're saying, what I'm hearing, that Artie guy, he had tapes, you know. So and Prince had tapes and stuff. Now they're saying that's why Prince was here. You know.
But you know, this something I want to point out to the people. Diddy is a black man at the end of the day.
Right.
There is limits, man. He want to drink him a glass of Ciroc, eat him a plate, get up, dance, and grab somebody's ass. As far as him going deep down the rabbit hole, now there's limits to shit. There's only so far your black ass could go before they fucking claim you as mentally insane. He had to stay afloat somehow, some way, and I think with all black entertainers, there's a ceiling that they reach, and they have to stay within that paradigm. They're not going beneath the surface like people want to believe that they're going beneath the surface, like they just diving into some other type of freak. It's only so far freakage can go with black celebrities.
I saw an interview years ago, and this is documented. I saw it on I don't know, I don't think it was CNN, but on that level. Then he said, and I guess he was just really starting out and gaining his energy and his traction. He said, I would do anything to be in this position, to have all the worldly goods and so-called. Then he caught himself because I guess it looked bad, him saying it. I mean, no, you meant what you said. You know, you would do anything, and you have done everything. You know.
Damn. So you telling me?
It's for us all, karma and judgment. You live by the sword. That, you know, that's how you get down. You live in degeneracy. You know, the money, the materialistic things. That's like, just like me. I can't take it with me. I don't have millions of dollars, but if I did, I can't take it with me. You know, and these people, they want to leave a legacy for their children, their grandchildren. You know, like that, a real big philanthropist. You know, if you can give and donate to charities and things, and people can respect that more. Nobody, when all that stuff he did, nobody's got that music and stuff. It ain't even timeless. You know, it's a shame that, you know, that's why there's a death aura. When I say that, physically and mentally a death aura. These characters like Cassie, Diddy, Biggie, Tupac, all of them, a death aura around them. Look how they live, you know? Was it worth it? You know? What, 5 seconds of fame? They live horribly.
That's true.
You know?
That you said 5 seconds.
They didn't live a good life. 5 seconds.
That's so true.
5 seconds.
It didn't even last that long, and next thing you know, they was dead.
And young men, you know, and then they do all of that. See, but the powers that be, they don't think of y'all. I just want to sing. I just want to have a career. I just want to make. When they create generational wealth. When Diddy died, there's still whoever the powers that be, these contracts, because Diddy had to sign a contract. You know, he ain't independently with all this stuff. He depending on the mouth that feeds him, the hand that feeds him. You understand?
You know, and this is the thing about it. You know, this is the crazy part. Diddy, the way his kids situation, the way his family situation is set up, is beyond crazy. I don't think people really.
They're not even living a good life. Go ahead, for lack of a better word. You think they live in a productive life? No, not his son, but you know, his adopted son, all his. They're not living. They're not productive, responsible people in society.
Mm.
Maybe they will be in the near future, but look at his sons. And they, 20s and they 30s? They should be productive, contributing citizens in society.
Mm-hmm.
They're not upstanding young men.
Yeah, where's the college degrees? Where's the achievements? What?
I mean, even if they don't go to college, you know, because my grandsons right now, they got free ride scholarships,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but they said, you know, they want to just work for a year and, you know, because they're very business orientated. They want to get their business off the ground and stuff. But I know they're going to go to college. One of the grandsons is going to college in the fall. The other twins, my granddaughter, she's been to college. So, you know, it's how you can see like you look at Diddy's children, the impact that he has on his children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way he dealt with all his baby mothers. You know, he was never married to any of his babies' mothers, right? No,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he doesn't have that in him to be someone's husband, you know, to be there with, you know, even if he had, let's say he got the money, he could have two wives, maybe one living and one, you know, depending on how you look at marriage and stuff. But, you know, like you said, black men, you know, it's profound and it's sad. Those that have the ability, you know, but it's what you want to do with when you get the wealth. How what type of impact you want to have on the world.
You know what?
Death and violence that surrounds Biddy
Mm-hmm.
that don't even have nothing before Cassie came on the scene. You know.
You know what?
Don't you remember all those children that got killed?
Right.
In the college, university?
Yeah.
Because of him.
Mm-hmm. That's exact. You know what? I'm so glad you brought that up because I got to make this point about that college and how it's he got a lot of depth on him, man. And that's why, you know, the next time we go live, you got to call and let us know what's on your mind because the way you broke it down, I ain't never heard nobody do it like that. Yeah, man. Word up. We love you to death. Hold on. What? Reggie.
My bad.
Man, call her back. You can't be hanging up. What was that, bro?
Talk too much.
What you mean she talk? Hold on, y'all. Yo, Reg, after the show, I need to talk to you, man. You just got rehired and you already doing stupid shit.
My bad.
Yo, take 5, man. Take 5. What the hell was... That's why, you know what? We be begging for people to call. This nigga over... Oh, my God. What the hell is going on tonight? Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing amazing. We need you to cut that off in the back. We so happy you called.
I just did.
Oh,
I
man.
just did. I want to keep it professional.
Oh,
I just did.
no doubt. Hey, we want to hear what you got to say about everything. I know you heard about the trial with Cassie and everything. The point I'm trying to make is that the trial don't make no sense. And one thing for sure, they're not speaking on Kim Porter. And the only time they spoke on Kim Porter is when Cassie said that she was jealous of Kim Porter. And that was it. So what you think about all this?
I definitely agree with the people that's saying that that money was paid to her to only tell part of the story. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree with that because when money is changed, you know, everybody got a price. So, you know, that can get iffy. So when I heard that part, it was like, I don't know. But this here is getting crazy. Get out. This is a theater to me. I just finished my popcorn, listening to you guys with the voodoo lady and all the shit that's going on. You got the aunties calling up. I had more questions, and now I don't know. They answered some of them, but it's like, whoa, this thing got you have some real serious ones on there tonight, baby. I don't know. This is crazy. I'm all I can say right now is I totally believe Cassie got paid to just, you know, keep it light.
Yeah, most definitely. And she did a hell of a job. I know Diddy is proud of Cass for the testimony that she gave, because even though it's enough shock for the people out there, it's not enough to put him in jail for the rest of his life.
I don't know with the college. He should have been. There's a couple of things he done had his hand in that maybe he should have been on the side he on now. But I will not, be the judge of that. I just, making a point. But what I do want to say about Contrivance Kim Porter, because I feel so bad for her, that the pneumonia, they're saying there's something with that baby oil. And Johnson & Johnson has been known to have some poisonous stuff that can give you pneumonia if it's inhaled.
I didn't know that part. You saying that she probably OD'd on baby oil?
No. I'm not saying that might be what he did. He knew that. So that might be how he played it off with the baby oil.
So he rubbed her down real good, and that's how Kim Porter got pneumonia. She was sleeping butt naked with the baby oil on her body.
Baby oil, that's what they said about the baby. That's not, it's alleged, but I just want to throw that out there about the baby oil and the pneumonia. I don't know the truth in that. I haven't researched it. The streets is talking right now, so I'm just listening. But
you cracking jokes on Kim Porter's passing, and I'm finding it hard. I'm finding it hard to laugh, because
I'm not cracking jokes, sir. I'm just saying to you that it's really crazy that what the other people are saying. I'm not cracking no jokes. I love her to death.
See, that's not.
I'm just talking about these people is talking crazy.
Yeah. Well, who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people that you talking about? That's talking about Kim Porter ODing on baby oil. Who are these? Where these people at?
It's just the internet streets. I was just making a point about what they were saying.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know if it's true or not, because as far as the autopsy is concerned, they didn't really, for me, the people did the autopsy for other people that they definitely
No doubt. Yo, rest in peace to Kim Porter, man. And what you said when you called in and said how you said what you said. Man, I'm over here trying to figure out how I'm gonna top that, man. I'm jealous. Your testimony is better than Cassie's, and that's why we love the fact that you called in, man. You gotta call in the next time we go live. Real talk, man. We love you to death, man. Word up. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
Sean, you the real one. You definitely the real one. The way you break down this video, no teaser tell, nobody can do what you do.
Yo, I appreciate that, brother. And people not looking at the bigger picture.
Exactly, because the way I'm saying this is because I've been listening to the Sean Combs case for New York City started. No one ever break it down the way you break it down.
Yeah,
this is why you have Jim Deal, I'll be sure, and they're ready. Who's the chick, a Jaguar, right? Taken by the court, and they don't want them in. Because they understand. As soon as they get in there, Diddy will make a mess. Probably Diddy will scream like, I don't want them in here. Because all they have to talk about is Kim Porter. That's their story. You're going to have Jim Deal in there say, oh, Kim Porter this, Kim Porter this. So they don't want that.
Yeah, and
I'm sure we talk about Kim Porter. Jaguar, we talk about Kim Porter. So that's why possibly Diddy paid a lot of money and say, this name. I don't want them in here. Yeah, you're the legend. You are a legend.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
This is the first time to hear this. I wish a lot of people can tune in, man, to Dax Daily, Sean Blaze told me and listen to you because I don't know, man. Possibly fans be listening to you too. Fans be listening like, oh, this guy already figured it out.
Yeah, man. And I've been trying to connect these dots and trying to make sense of it because you listen to the trial and they make it seem like Cassie's dead. They make it seem like Cassie is not alive, pregnant with her third child, $30 million in the bank, a husband living happily ever after. They make it seem like she's a victim. I don't see a victim when I see Cassie. I see a woman that...
And they had Cassie confessing on that Jesse.
Yeah.
You the God, man. How you came up with that? You the God. They had Cassie confessing on the jealousy before everything.
Mm-hmm.
We on the day 7. We're not even halfway. Already Cassie confessed on the jealousy. Just in case one day they bring one of those people that I mentioned before,
Mm-hmm.
then it can go back to Cassie. No, Diddy.
That is so true.
Oh, it's Cassie who confessed about jealousy. It's not Diddy.
Right.
And that's why Diddy today, I think yesterday, they didn't come in court. The kids, they didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably they was worried that somebody will mention about Kim Porter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mess.
Yeah.
Kim Porter mentioned that case. Diddy's doing time with life.
Mm-hmm. That's so true.
Man, you are very smart.
Yo, I appreciate that, man. And you know, by her saying, real talk, man, and by her saying that she was jealous of Kim Porter, if they ever ask her any questions in the future about Kim Porter, or ask anybody questions about Kim Porter, now that it's been stated by Cassie that she was jealous of Kim Porter, anything that she say could be seen as slight, spite, whatever the case is. That she dismissed Kim Porter from her whole testimony by saying she was jealous of the woman.
Exactly. You are ahead of your time, man. You are ahead of your time.
Real talk, man. I appreciate that.
Everybody caught talking too much. They haven't figured out this.
Mm-mm.
You figured it out and thrown it on the table. Now people are going to be thinking.
Real talk,
I bet
man.
you a lot of people be listening. They're going to be listening to this video.
Because
that's why none of the people who talk about Kim Porter normally is allowed to testify. They're not going to get in there. No. You got Jaguar Wright, you got I'll Be Sure, you got everybody, Gene Deal, hanging around the court trying to see if they could get in there. No, they're not going to let them in there. Because that's the whole source. No one's going to talk about Kim Porter. No one.
Nobody, because that's what the trial is really. This trial is to sweep over the murder of Kim Porter, hold him accountable for something, but not what he really need to be held accountable for.
You're going to have to call Barrow's notes for this and this and this about broken notes and this and this and this, and you're going to have kids be like that. Did you do it or you didn't do it?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have Diddy saying, what the hell, man?
Right.
I already paid the money. Why are you bringing these people in here?
Exactly. He paid to keep them out, man. You know what, man? I want to thank you so much, man. You called in and you shut it all the way down, bro. Yo, thank you.
I always inspired by you because I like smart brothers. I like somebody who can think ahead of the time and see things around the corner before the people get there. You already figured it out.
Yo, man, you know what? I'm so glad that you acknowledge what I'm over here doing, man. I got so much love and I appreciate you, man. Don't be no stranger neither. You got to call back.
All the way here in Australia, man. We appreciate you. I listen to you with my homies and we appreciate the podcast. Man, you can go. You know, you can figure it out. Definitely, man, you can figure it out.
Yo, no doubt. I mean, yo, shout out to Australia, man. Yo, don't be no stranger. I'm gonna send you the phone bill too. I'm gonna send you the phone bill from Australia, man. I can't believe you called in from all the way across the world, knowing that you should have hit the Cash App before you called, man. We ain't got nothing but love for you. We gonna holler at you later, man. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with him? Calling from Australia. What's wrong with him, man? Reggie, hang up on him, man. We gonna holler at you later, man. Phone bill gonna be higher than a bitch. Got me talking to Fab Morgan from Milli Vanilli. All the way from Australia. He lip syncing on the phone. Now my phone bill gonna be high. I do apologize for that, man, but I don't be playing about them international calls. Girl, you know it's true. But that's Negro here nor there. But he did say some real stuff, man. He said, I'm ahead of my time. And you know what? It be YouTubers that watch my channel. Then they take what I said and put it on their platform and they get all the damn credit. It been happening for like 20 years, man. But rest in peace to Kim Porter. And it's sad to see that they putting on this whole charade. Hey, let me ask y'all this real quick. And I need y'all to feel me on this. And just think about this, people. Hold on, I'll do y'all one better. What was the girl that got killed and she ain't get no justice, and people was trying to get justice for her. The police, they ran up in her house and they shot her up. What was the girl name? Oh, I know what it was. Look, it was Breonna Taylor. Hey man, if they weren't trying to get justice, let me put this on the screen real quick. If they weren't trying to get justice for Breonna Taylor, why would they want to get justice for Kim Porter, man? Do you think they would have Kim Porter face all over CNN, ABC, CBS, the Diddy trial for the passing of Kim Porter? Justice for Kim Porter, live at 5. Cassie Ventura gives her testimony of what Diddy did to Kim Porter. Al Shore gives his testimony to what Diddy did to the beloved Kim Porter. Look at Albie. Do you think they would even put that on the news like that? Would they make a big to-do over Kim Porter and what happened to her? Hell no. Do you think them news reporters will be on there? Justice to Kim Porter. What he did to Kim Porter was just atrocious. What happened with Kim Porter, the way he freaked out with Kim Porter and the things he did to Kim Porter. Do you think they will get up there and be going on and on, them newscasters? Oh, do you think Nancy Grace? Shut the front door. Diddy did what to Kim Porter, the beautiful black mother of his children? Hell no. Nancy Grace wouldn't say a goddamn thing about no Kim Porter. But Cassie, on the other hand, what happened to Cassie? They put her face on the news. She got mass appeal. Cassie got mass appeal. Cassie get the Latinas talking. Cassie get the Caribbean people talking. Cassie get the Caucasian peoples talking. Cassie get the black peoples talking. Cassie, as a victim of Diddy, is a King Kong, Shannon Sharp, 25K per cheek situation. And that's the reason why they keeping it Cassie. And Diddy is absolutely fine with that. He would, man, like I said earlier, he'll give her another $40 million just to be the face of the damn trial. They was coming after him. Them private investigators on some X-Files, Scully and Mulder, was on his heels, on his trails. They did some old Da Vinci Code shit. Done swapped the evidence, got people believing that Cassie is the Christ. Come to find out, Kim Porter was the Black Madonna all along. But that's Negro here nor there, man. Y'all need to let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I got so much love for y'all. I'm going to stick around for like 5 more minutes. What time is it? I'm going to give it till 11 o'clock. If we get another phone call, we're going to rock out. But if not, you know, we had a great video, great callers, great viewers. I'm hoping that y'all subscribed out there. If you didn't, please do it. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff, man. But like I was saying, they whitewashed Kim Porter's trial. In a nutshell, that's what happened here. They whitewashed the death of Kim Porter because they was on his ass, man. The heat was on Diddy. He had to figure out a way to get the heat off of him because it would have shamed his family. And who not family, who the person that they ain't really rock with like that, she ain't have a relationship with, who his kids don't give a fuck about. Cassie was already the enemy to his family. Cassie didn't get no love from his daughters, his sons. They don't give a fuck about Cassie. They rather her be the victim over their mother. That'll help them sleep at night, seeing that Cassie's the reason why their daddy is in jail. It's Cassie's fault and dad ain't here. It's because of what dad did to Cassie, not mom. Mom has, his kids, they can say mom has nothing to do with this. And he'll be sitting there in jail, old and gray, whatever the case is, as long as he ain't got to deal with that type of shit. So let me pull this up real quick. What time is it? Okay, we got 2 more minutes. It don't look like we getting a phone call, so I'm just gonna kick it for a little bit and talk to my people in the chat before I get out of here, man. If you out there, let me know you out here. Let me see what y'all talking about before I go. She said Diddy wasn't done with the baby oil. He had bottles, Pink Coal, pills, Astroglide, and Jolly Ranchers, and Cassie pictures of her eye busted and lip in the suit when they arrested him. So everything I've been saying, y'all still talking about the baby oil. Okay, I get it. You know what it is. People like baby oil. It is what it is. Says Sean of Diddy children gonna put the blame on Cassie. That is how Diddy whole family rolls allegedly. Yo, man, if that's how his family rolling, then that's how his family rolling. Them kids gonna put the blame on Cassie, just like she said. She said, great chat. Thank you, Sean. She calling all the way from Jamaica, y'all. I need to take my ass to sleep. He said, Kim Porter passed away because she took her own life. Come on, man. Y'all can't be disrespecting the dead like that. We do a little comedy here and there, but I ain't make this video to be funny on Kim Porter. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. Said it's so sad that the kids don't have their mom. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate that they lost their mom. And this the thing about it with Diddy's kids. They've been sheltered. They've been told to believe what they mama and they daddy told them to believe. So if daddy said it, that's what it is, man. They don't see themselves as a part of society. They like fuck society. They broke, they dusty, they poor, they don't know what they talking about. His sons is his number one cheerleaders. They wouldn't believe for a second that their dad ever did anything foul like that. And I'm not trying to say that Diddy did. It's a possibility he may not have had nothing to do with Kim Porter's passing, but allegedly the streets been talking ever since she passed, and they've been saying that he the number one suspect, and Cassie was in on it, and that's why they working. They don't tag team Bonnie and Clyde this whole scandal. They put so much dirt over her body. You feel me? They put a lot of dirt over Kim Porter's body. They piled it on there with just random shit. Underground tunnels. And this the crazy part. When they raided his home, hold on, let me pull this up before I go. While they looking for evidence and all that stupid shit, they raid his house, they finding baby oil. It's a big ass statue of Kim Porter right there in the damn main yard. The feds, they going past the statue. They ain't connecting them dots. A statue there like, what about me? They going in there looking for baby oil. He got her figure. He come outside. All he see is her ass like gleaming in the sunlight. Like, you know, I had this shit resemble her body, you know what I'm saying? Wake up every morning, come out there, you know, Kim Porter right there, baby. He was obsessed. If you're looking for a murderer, you got to look to see who's the most obsessed. Was there anybody obsessing over Kim Porter? Was there anybody that was infatuated with Kim Porter? Is there anybody that would want to see her gone? They raid his house. They ain't even think about it. They're like, what's that? Oh, just a replica of Kim Porter. Now, where's the baby oil? What type of shit? Yo, hello. Who this is, man? No doubt. Who this be?
Is this the Sean Blaze show?
Real talk, man. We so glad you called in. What's on your mind, bro?
All I want to say, man, free R. Kelly, man.
Free Kells. Free Kells, man. And no doubt. Yo, thank you so much too, man. And yo, I feel you on that, man. People feel like R. Kelly was done wrong, man. And people want to see R. Kelly free from jail. People want to see Diddy come home from jail. It is what it is. You know, I ain't say free R. Kelly. He said free R. Kelly. But that's Negro here, no there. That's my cue to get the hell on. But until next time, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. And once again, before I go, I want to say everything that I said is alleged allegations. We don't know for sure. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. It is what it is. Allegations, speculations for entertainment purposes, satire and comedy, people. That's all you get from me. It ain't even that deep. Justice to Cassie. And that's going to be that. I'm going to holler at y'all on my next video.